Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tojayamudire नष्टप्रायेषु अद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनच्छलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सगण ललिता श्री शाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शिफानुस्ते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय नमः। ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषणवादी पाश्चात्य करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। ओम हरे कृष्ण। So thank you for joining the discussion of Srimad Bhagavat. We are discussing the 6th chapter of the 8th canto. Chapter is entitled The Demigods and Demons Declare a Truce. Truce means a peaceful settlement. So we are discussing the beautiful Samudra Manthan Leela, one of the most popular Puranic stories. Happened long, long ago. Huh? How long ago? Anyone remembers? Roughly. When was this? When did this pastime happen? We discussed the 4th Manvantara as Tamasa Manvantara. Correct? So Tamas Manvantara was the story of Lord Hari who delivered Gajendra. After that, which is the next Manvantara?
Vaivasvata.
Vaivasvata is the current one.
Chakshushu.
Chakshusha Manvantara. Yeah. So these pastimes happened in those Manvantaras. So this is also long, long, long back. Chakshusha and Raivata Manvantaras, 5th and 6th. The 7th, which is our current one, is the Vaivasvata Manvantara. So we have been discussing this pastime about how the Devatas got into trouble. Now, usually we think, only if I go to heavenly planets, it will be so nice. So many people are thinking. But for your information, it appears from the Puranas, including the Bhagavatam, that the Devatas themselves get into trouble. Not just the ordinary residents But the top devatas themselves not just get into trouble that, they come late home from work or they are stuck in traffic jams, but they lose everything. They are thrown out of their kingdoms, no place to stay also. Really, really, the kind of problems that we will expect on earth. Homelessness, stripped of all power, being chased and hunted down by enemies. So devatas were in deep trouble. I'm just quickly recapping. Of course, because of an offense which Indra committed. The devatas are generally very powerful. The quickest cause of losing good fortune is when one offends the great souls. Agastya Muni was, not Agastya Muni, Agastya or Durvas, I forgot. So his garland was, Durvasa Muni, his garland was discarded by Indra. And he became upset and he cursed him. And then he became weak. But the demons, they were very powerful because they were serving their Guru Shukracharya very nicely. So Guru Bhakti and serving of the Brahmanas and great souls is to be understood as the cause of all good fortune. And offending the great souls ruins all one's pious credits. This is seen again and again and again through the scriptures. So anyway, the demons attacked, put the devatas, pushed them, evicted them out of their kingdoms. They were running helter-skelter. Many of them were killed, and then they got together and they were thinking what to do. They couldn't figure out a solution amongst themselves. They go to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma says, hey, too big for me. Let's go and ask the big boss. So how to contact the big boss? Let us go to the ocean of milk on Shvetadweep. So they went there on the bank. Brahmaji himself also cannot just go in and take darshan of the Lord. He's on the banks along with the devatas. Lord Shiva is there, Lord Brahma is there. Lord Brahma starts offering beautiful prayers. In the last chapter, we discussed all these beautiful prayers, how he glorifies the power and the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord. So, it is said at the conclusion of his prayers, he's requesting the Lord, oh Lord, please give us your darshan this time, request, special request. Normally you will just do an SMS back, short message. I will appear soon, tell the devatas. He did that when he was going to appear as Krishna himself, when Bhumi and Brahma, they went and they said, oh Lord, big problem. The Lord didn't appear that time to the devatas. He just sent a message to Brahma in the heart, short message. And Brahma then just recited that message out. He said, the Lord is going to come, he will solve your problem, but be patient. He's appearing, you also take your partial expansions on earth to assist the Lord in his pastime. So the Lord doesn't just say, you go and play and I will sort out your problem. You also come. You want your problem to solve? No, come along. The Lord doesn't need help, but the Lord wants us to do our part also. Correct? The Lord can do everything by himself. No? So, abhaviki jnana balak kriyacha. Does the Lord actually need our help to do? No. But he wants us to engage in his service with love, devotion, selflessness. And through that we grow. Through that we develop our relationship with him. Anyways, so in this particular case, and this is how this chapter starts, and Lord Brahma prayed like this and says, oh Lord, please, we are your devotees, please give us your blessed darshan. We are hankering for your darshan. It is said, when prayed in this way, Shukadeva Goswami says, Lord Hari, who's on Sheshashaya, suddenly appeared on the bank of the ocean of milk where Brahma, Shiva and all the devatas were camping. It is said he appeared before them, and when the Lord appeared, it is said the Lord was so effulgent. The Bhagavatam says his effulgence and the shine that was spreading in all directions was like the shine of 1,000 suns rising simultaneously. And mind you, Surya Dev was also there. 1,000 suns rising simultaneously. And it is said there was so much effulgence, that amongst the Devatas, nobody could even see the Lord. So much effulgence. What to speak of seeing the Lord? The Lord's form, which was straight in front of them. There was so much effulgence, they couldn't see the sky, they couldn't see things around them, they couldn't see even the Devatas around them. They couldn't even see themselves. So much effulgence. Correct? We are discussing this beautiful verse from Ishopanishad the last time. Hiranmayena patrena satyasyapahitam mukham tattvam pushan upavranu satyadharmaya drishte. Oh Lord, your beautiful spiritual form is covered by your dazzling effulgence. Please remove that effulgence so we can see you. Seeing Lord's form is not so cheap. Seeing the Lord's effulgence is like getting a darshan of Brahmajyoti. Because that is what is Brahmajyoti. Tasya eva tanubha. Tanu means body, bha means shine, shine of the body. Shine of the body of the Lord is like 1,000 suns. Correct? When the sun is shining in the sky, can we really look at the sun? And even if we look at the sun, can we even make out anything? It is so shiny we cannot see. Correct? I mean, what to speak of the sun? Even when we are driving on the road and on a dark streets, from the front, if a car comes with big lights on, we cannot even see the car. We can only see the light, especially if it's a high beam. The Devas couldn't see anything. The Bhagavatam says, other than two personalities, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, who are very, very special, only they would actually see the spiritual form of the Supreme Personality of God. And that beautiful spiritual transcendental form of the Lord is described. Very clear personal beauty of the Lord, very beautiful form. Shamala Markata. Markat is said to be a gem, a blackish gem. He is dark, the complexion of the Lord, dark, like the Markata jewel. The eyes of the Lord are so beautiful, reddish like the depths of a lotus flower. His garments are like molten gold. His whole spiritual body, so graceful, so beautiful, is wonderfully decorated with beautiful ornaments. And the greatest of all ornaments is his beautiful face, lotus-like eyes, beautiful smile, his beautiful ears with the shark-shaped earrings, a beautiful helmet bedecked with jewels, beautiful eyebrows. The Lord's eyebrows are said to be extremely beautiful. It is said in this material world, whosoever is attracted or troubled by material lust, especially whose heart is disturbed by Cupid, which means practically everyone. Anybody who is not fully liberated is disturbed to different extent. Some are really disturbed. Some people are so disturbed that, they cannot peacefully focus on anything. They are continuously attracted by lusty thoughts. It is said, if one wants to become free from lust, one should meditate on the beautiful eyebrows of the Supreme Lord. These are known as Pushpaban. That's again a very big topic. We'll not go into that, but he who meditates on Krishna's eyebrows or Lord Hari's eyebrows can become free. Something very interesting. I thought it will be interesting for you to know, so I'm just sharing. Pushpabanaya dhimahi. I meditate on the Lord's eyebrows. Through the bow of his eyebrows, he showers arrows which pierce our heart and make us attracted to him. That is what the Shastras say. So all this Cupid, bow, arrow, getting into that, all this is coming from the Vedas only. We think that is coming, the Western world all learned all these things from us and now is teaching us only. So it is all originating from the Lord. Because that is where the real beauty is there. So the Lord's eyebrows so beautiful. The Lord's eyes, his cheeks are said to be, a little up. This cheekbone is said to be a bit high. Beautiful long earlobes, broad forehead. The eyes are so long, it is said they almost touch his ears. Beautifully decorated Lord with armlets, bangles, necklaces, the Kaustuba money on his heart with Lakshmi's marks, Kaustuba, the Vaijayanti garland, Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Oh, so beautiful. But alas, only Brahma and Shiva could see it. Devatas. So seeing the Lord is also not so cheap. Even though, like what we discussed the last time, even though seeing the Lord, of course, very amazing, but Prabhupada says ultimately that is not the biggest thing. Even while fighting, even the demons sometimes see the form of the Lord, right? But seeing with love is more important than seeing simply. Anyways, the Devatas couldn't see, but Brahma and Shiva could see this beautiful transcendental form. But all the Devatas understanding that the Lord had appeared, suddenly so much light, nobody can shine so much light. They understand that the Lord has appeared. Brahma and Shiva fall on the floor and all the other Devatas, Dandavat. Oh Narayan, oh Lord Hari. We offer our respectful obeisances to you. Brahma again, he offered earlier prayers to invite the Lord out. Now that the Lord has come, he also offered beautiful prayers. He says, oh Lord, even though you are eternal, just like you appeared now out here to give us darshan to save us, you keep appearing again and again in this world. Even though you are eternal, in your various avatars for the well-being of all of us, especially to protect the Devatas and the Brahmanas. Because when the Devatas and Brahmanas are protected, then the universal administration will have the necessary stability for the progress of dharma. Ajopi san navvyatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swam adhishtaya sambhavami atmavaya. Even though, Lord, you are spiritual, again and again you appear in your eternal transcendental form, which is inconceivable. We cannot conceive. You become visible to our eyes, but actually you are inconceivable, Lord. It is your kindness that you become visible to us. Swamayaya, Atma Maya, by your own divine energy. How is it possible for anybody to see you? Actually, the Lord is not an object of the eyes, right? He's spiritual in nature. And your spiritual form, O Lord, is so great that all, even the greatest of personalities, everyone aspires to worship that spiritual transcendental form. We are so kind, at least me and Lord Shiva are able to see your personal form directly. Oh Lord, people may just think, oh, you are a person like us, but you are not an ordinary person. Your personality is divine. You are fully independent of everyone and anyone. You seem limited, like, you come in this four-armed form, but actually this entire cosmic manifestation is coming from you. It gets created from you, gets maintained for some time, gets destroyed, and again dissolves in you. Just like from the earth, some earth is taken and a pot is made. The pot is coming from the earth only. It remains there for some time. Eventually is broken and mixes back with the earth. So everything is coming from you and going back into you. You are the sum total of everything. Everything is a manifestation of your energy. Very beautiful example. Shakti Parinamavad. Parinamavad means that the entire manifestation is a transformation of the Lord's energy. Some people say, oh, the Lord undergoes transformation. No, the Lord doesn't undergo transformation. What to speak of the Lord? The Jiva, the soul itself doesn't become transformed. Avyaya Atma. Avyaya, the Lord's body is Avyaya. And the soul is also said, be Achintya and Avyaya. Even though it becomes temporarily overcome with illusion, the Jiva never quite loses its original qualities. It becomes only temporarily covered over. The Lord is not even covered over. He is always the Lord in all situations. So it is the energies of the Lord which create the manifestation. And that's why we say that even though some people imagine the universe to be God, and that is a preliminary level of understanding, and we can accommodate that, but ultimately from a higher understanding, it is the energy of the Lord which manifests the universe temporarily. So it is a part of Him. He is in that universe, but He exists independent of the universe also. So when one understands higher, Vadanti tattavidas tattvam yajnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti. Ultimately one comes to the conclusion that the Lord is the supreme person. Even though He is all pervading, even though everything comes from Him and He is present in everything, He exists in the spiritual world. And the best connection that I can have with Him is to love Him with all my heart as the supreme person and develop a relationship of love. And He'll reciprocate with everyone. He's unlimited. Correct? Somebody wants to call us. If we are busy on the line with somebody else, they can't reach us. Please call back, call later. But the Lord is being unlimited, is simultaneously available to everyone at all time, all places, all circumstances. It's only that we have to dial the right number. With love and devotion, if we call out His name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. The Lord is instantly accessible to everyone, independent of your material qualification. Doesn't matter. Even an elephant like Gajendra could invoke Lord Hari. So Brahmaji is glorifying the Lord. Here, but who are you? You are not just this four-armed man. You are the supreme person. All this manifestation is just coming from you. You are just so kind that you are manifesting this spiritual form. You are fully independent from everyone, oh Lord. You don't need anybody's help. You don't need our help. It's not that you need our worship. The Devas, you see, they need worship from everybody so that they can become powerful. And when they do mischief, they lose their position. This is the position of the Devas. You are not like that, my Lord. You are eternally the Lord. You don't require help. Just by your own potency, you are creating everything. And those who understand this about you, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavanamam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samatma. Such great souls, they worship me with all their heart. And those who engage in your worship with their heart through Bhakti Yoga, they become cleansed of all misgivings and contaminations within their heart. And with their clear consciousness free from lust, false pride, ego, greed, envy, they can see your transcendental forms, which is untouched by these qualities. That vision only Brahma and Shiva had. Devtas couldn't quite see the spiritual form of the Lord. Just like Brahmaji is saying, one can extract fire from a piece of wood. One can extract milk from the milk bags of a cow. One can extract food grains from land. And one can extract prosperity by proper endeavor. Similarly, those who understand the science of Bhakti Yoga in this world can extract out your favor by execution of bhakti yoga. Very sweet example. So one must know, correct? If you want milk, you must know from where to extract the milk from the cow. Correct? When wants grains from the land, one must know the process of how to do it. Similarly, if you want favor of the Lord, just engage in bhakti yoga, then one will receive very easily. And all those who are saintly people, they know this truth. Just like Brahmaji is saying, just like an elephant who is trapped in a forest fire, burning, going here and there, the whole forest is on fire. The shelter that they find is when they finally see the river Ganga and they go and jump in that Ganga, they feel so relieved with the cooling water of Ganga, that they are finally relieved from the forest fire. Similarly, my Lord, O Padmanabh, from whose navel the lotus flower appears, we were suffering in this world. Now that you have appeared in front of us in this beautiful form, we are feeling so much relief. This is one of the qualities about advancement in spiritual life, and also when one comes in the direct presence of the Lord. In the direct presence of the Lord, no anxiety, no miseries, nothing. All wonderful bliss. We have immediately become transcendently happy, my dear Lord, by your appearing before us. We have been hankering to get this darshan of yours, Lord Hari, for a long, long time. Finally, we have got this darshan. So now our life is perfect. We have achieved the ultimate goal of life because we have now got to see your transcendental darshan. Drashtva gatan nirvrittamadya sarve. Very good. Oh Lord Sarojana. And then, after glorifying the Lord in this way, Lord Brahma gets to the point. Comes to the point. He says, oh my dear Lord, all these devatas, along with myself, Shiva, and the various directors of the universe, Daksha, Prajapati, and the various Manus, the Manuputras, the Saptarishis, everybody have come to see you. Actually, my dear Lord, you are present inside and outside everything. Actually, I don't have to explain to you why we have come here. Huh? You already know what to tell you. Know much more better than us what is the factual situation. So we don't need to inform to you. We have just come here. We are all your part and parcel. We're just particles. You are the big fire. We are just sparks. Even personalities like me and Lord Shiva, Brahma is saying, we are just like sparks emanating from the fire which is you. You are our source. You know everything. What is good for us? What we should do for our true welfare. Please, my Lord, you please tell us how we can be delivered from this crisis that the Devatas have fallen in such a way that both the Devatas and the Brahmanas can peacefully perform their respective duties. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitaya Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo. The Devatas are dear to the Lord, but the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas are even more dear to the Lord. So when somebody says, oh, for the cows and the Brahmanas we need something, the Lord will be immediately ready. Because the Lord especially is fond of the cows and the Brahmanas. So like this, when Brahmaji prayed to Lord Hari, this Hari is Shirodakshay Vishnu who appeared in front of them. The Lord, of course, he understood why the Devatas had come. So it is said in a very deep voice. When the Lord speaks, the Lord's voice is said to be very deep. It is sometimes compared to the rumbling of clouds. It is not a coarse voice. It is very deep. Deep means, it's a very serious, grave voice. So in a very deep voice, uh, sounding like a rumbling of clouds, it is said, the Lord spoke to the Devatas, all of the Devatas were waiting to receive every word, what the Lord will say now, what will He tell us, what is going to be His direction. So the Lord, the Bhagavatam says, the Lord could have told the Devatas, okay, I'll solve your problem. Snap, problem solved, go back home. Does the Lord really need to do anything? Swabhaviki jnana balakriya. But it is said, even though the Supreme Lord was capable of fixing all the problem by himself, the Lord said, okay, let me have some play. Let's have some interesting pastimes. So the Lord thought, oh, why not this time we do some interesting, different thing? What can be different? Let us churn the ocean of milk. So much fun. The Lord is thinking, let us have that Leela churning the ocean of milk. So it is said the Supreme Lord told Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva and the Devatas, please hear me carefully. I will tell you the means by which all good fortune will come on you. First thing, have patience. First thing, have patience. Time is not on your side right now. Time. Based on various situations and the modes and the time factor, currently the demons are more powerful than you. So, if you go and try to take them head on, you are not going to get successful. So now, as long as you don't regain your power, don't go and clash with the demons. Make a truce, make a peace deal. Make a peace deal with the demons. For your own sake. For your own sake, make peace. Just like the snake and mouse logic. The Lord gives the example of snake and mouse logic. So, of course, the snake and mouse logic is not explained in the verse. Prabhupada explains what is the snake and mouse logic. He says that one day in a basket, a snake and a mouse both were trapped. Both of them couldn't, the snake couldn't come out. He couldn't escape. The snake saw the mouse's natural meal. So the snake was thinking of eating the mouse, but then the snake thought, if I eat the mouse now, I will remain trapped in the basket. So he struck a deal with the mouse. He said, no, we are friends, good friends. We are neighbors, we live around the same place, we are all good friends. Let's do this. Let's team up and work. So I will not eat you. Let's do this. You cut a hole through the basket. You can do that. I cannot do that. You can do that. And then both of us will run away. And I will spare you. But the snake's whole plan was that he will wait for the rat to cut a hole through the basket. As soon as the hole is cut, snake will eat the rat, then go out from the hole. Cheaters and cheated. The whole material world is like that. So the snake and mouse logic here, the Lord is indirectly telling the Devatas, don't fight the situation right now. Strike a deal. The right time will come. When the right time comes, you will find your way of regaining your position. Right now, what you should do, O Devatas, is that with the help of the demons, both of you together should work to get the nectar, amrita, from the ocean of milk. Because that amrit, if you drink, then you will become practically immortal. So, important to understand, immortal doesn't mean that they never die. Immortal in the sense they have a very, very, very long life, practically for the duration of the whole Manvantar. Because anybody who is born dies, right? Chatasya hi dhruvor mrityu. So in the book, whoever is born is die. Whoever dies, he will be reborn again. So please come together, strike a deal with the demons, and together work. Why together? Because this endeavor to churn the ocean of milk by which the Amrit will come, you are not, the Devatas themselves are unable to do it by themselves. So you need the help of the demons. Come together, you strike a deal, and you work. Because in this ocean of milk, which ocean of milk? He is not talking about the ocean of milk which is in the Shvetadvip. This ocean of milk is the ocean of milk which is in the circular ocean of milk which is in Bhumandal. I think it is between Lakshadweep and Shalmaladweep, if I'm not wrong. There you go and there you churn. Deep within the ocean, various precious treasures are there. Various kinds of precious treasures are there, and they will come out when you churn the milk ocean. I will also help you, don't worry, because immediately they started to evaporate. It's a big project the boss has given. Churn those. How to churn? So Lord said, don't worry. I will tell you how to do it also. You have to take the Mandara mountain as the rod to churn. Mandara mountain is a huge mountain. Not that you go with your hand and, the wooden rod you churn. So it wasn't so easy for the Devatas also. Even after seeing Lord Vishnu wanted them to work hard to get what they wanted. Let's have some fun. So we should not expect always that just because we pray to the Lord, that the Lord is going to become our servant and, just bring it on a plate and put it and say, okay, Prabhu, please take this, whatever you asked. I will. And sometimes he may do, that's his will. But most often the Lord gives us the means and the inspiration to do it, because through the process, not only we get what we want, but through the process we grow. Through the process we are able to learn various things, develop our faith, learn deeper wisdom. And in that way we grow. So churn with the Mandara mountain. And what will be the Rasi? The Vasuki snake will be your rope for churning. So go to the ocean of milk, churn with the Mandara mountain and Vasuki as the rope. And with great focus, you must do this job. Don't worry, both of you will churn, but I will make sure, I'll not tell you how, but I'll make sure that you only get the nectar, that the demons will not get the nectar. But right now you need them. So you strike a deal with the, be peaceful, don't be in anxiety, don't worry. Because if somebody is in anger, if somebody is frustrated, then one cannot achieve the goal. So you must be very composed, very peaceful, peacefully strike a deal. Don't be agitated. Whatever the demons say, I want this in their deal for truce, just say yes, yes, yes. We will sort it out later. I am there, no? I have my plan. But right now, I'll not tell you my plan. Right now, you just strike a deal. Don't worry. And I'm telling you upfront, not only are you going to get wonderful goodies from the ocean, but even the Kala Hala, Kala Kuta poison is also going to come out from the ocean of milk. But I'm telling you, when it comes, warning, don't worry. I'm there, no? We'll sort it out. So it's not, I'm just telling you, it's not going to be so simple, but don't worry. So Krishna's assurance is like that to his devotees. He's not saying, I'm going to put red carpet for you, Prabhu. Come, just take the bead bag and you just walk as if you're walking on a ramp for fashion show and beautifully walk all your way back to Godhead. No, it is going to be uh, it is going to be challenging by design. And that challenge is what will result in your purification and growth. Correct? We say, Krishna, give me Krishna Prem. So Krishna says, yes, here, take Prem. And you do your hands like this. And you see what is in the hand. You see in their hand are japa beads. Krishna, I asked you for Prem. What you give me? You gave me bead bag. Yeah, I gave you the means by which you can get Prem. Now pick the beads and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna will give us the intelligence and the strength, but we have to walk the path. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. I will give them the intelligence by which they can come to me. Eventually, when we fall short, the Lord will pull us out. That the Lord says. But until the end, He wants us to do our best. Vigada Jwara. Don't be lazy, Arjuna. Fight. Just because I've told you to fight, don't say, oh, Krishna told me to fight. Here is an arrow. One more arrow. No, you don't be lazy. Krishna would chastise whenever you would see Arjuna not putting his full effort in fighting the war, he would chastise. You're playing games or you're fighting? There is Bhishma. Why you are not shooting arrows properly at him? Krishna will chastise Arjuna even after Bhagavad Gita was told. Krishna wants us to do our part. So he's just giving upfront warning. Be careful of this. So his guidance will be there. His protection will be there. But we have to fight our battle. It is not going to come in a platter. When the Devatas are not getting on a platter, do we think we are better? So Kalakuta will come. Don't worry. When the various goodies come from the ocean, don't be greedy and run after that. Don't be angry. I'm warning you upfront. Don't be greedy. Don't be angry. I have plan for everything. Peaceful. Trust me. The Lord doesn't use that word. Essentially, the Lord is saying, Baba, I will manage. The problem is we don't have enough confidence in the Lord's words. Demons are taking, run. Oh Lord, you did all this and we did all this hard work. Demons are running away with this, Say, Baba, I told you, I will fix it. Don't worry. So it's not easy, Sometimes even when the Lord is on our side, it seems as if we are losing. But the Lord's game, who knows? God plays in always very interesting ways, even with the greatest of his devotees. And we are not even in tier 1. We are, tier 2, tier 3 also, I don't know whether we can claim ourselves to. We are just neophyte devotees. At least I am. So it's like, don't be anxious, don't be greedy. Do your job nicely. Don't agitate the demons. I have a plan, everything will work out. And after saying this, the Lord disappeared. Went back on his in the Kshira Udaka, resting and enjoying his transcendental rest. So Brahma and Shiva offered their obeisances to the Lord. Brahma and Shiva went back to their abodes. Okay, Devatas done, all clear. Okay, we helped you. We have nothing to achieve in this. They both returned to their abode. So then all the Devatas, headed by Indra, At that time, the leader of the Asuras was Bali Maharaj. You know who's Bali Maharaj, right? The Vamandev pastime. So Vamandev pastime hasn't happened yet. Huh? Bali had already become very, very powerful. In this time, he had even evicted the Devatas. Vamandev's pastime happens in our Manvantara, Vaivasvat Manvantara. This pastime is happening in Chakshusha Manvantara. Tamasa, Chakshusha, Raivata, Vaivasvata. Anyway, so Bali Maharaj, very powerful. The son of Virochan, who is the son of Prahlad. So, Indra and the Devatas went to meet Bali Maharaj. Nicely dressed, very, very gently, very humbly. What to do? Sometimes devotees have to do this even in front of demons. Prabhu, you are so nice. Who is better than you? We are just ordinary. You are so great. So Indra and the others went there. Bali Maharaj was still a saintly person because he's actually a devotee at heart. All the other Asuras, as soon as they saw the Devatas coming, they are like, arch enemies. Smash them, kill them. Here they are. Let's not let go this opportunity and finish off Indra and the other Devatas. Arre Baba, they have come. They must have some purpose. No, they are not fools that they have come here to die. Let's hear them out. There must be something that they have. So he made some peace. So they all sat down along with the son of Virochan, Bali Maharaj. And Bali Maharaj, he was protected by all these demons, just in case the Devatas, they do some chal and try to kill him. Maybe there is some, sudden attack, kill. So they were all guarding. So I'm just trying to emphasize that these problems are there everywhere. Brahma Bhunan Loka Punaravar. Indralok also, all this mess is there. These kind of politics, this kind of rivalry, this kind of struggle for existence is not going to go. It will be a bit high class. Rather than people fighting in slums, this will be billionaires fighting with each other. So, anyway, so they all sat down, then they belong to talk. So, very pleasing words. They addressed Bali Maharaj. Oh, you are the grandson. Prahlad, so dear to all of us. You are also so wonderful. So, before one can actually converse, one must actually connect heart to heart, right? Otherwise, one cannot. So, usually, when one meets somebody first, one begins by glorifying. Prabhu, so nice to have your darshan. Who is better than you? Of course, ideally, when we talk to them, we should say from our heart, it is proper that we should glorify. If we cannot find any good glorification, then, that means there's a fault in us, because every devotee has some wonderful qualities. Let's glorify. So they explained to Bali Maharaj. So they told to Bali Maharaj, and they told, of course, half the truth, in the sense that we went to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu said that we both must be friends and we must both work to get the Amrit. Bali Maharaj, surprising to the Devatas, Bali Maharaj immediately agreed. Yes, seems to be a good idea. Because we also want to become immortal. They also realize by themselves they cannot achieve this. So they said, okay, what do we need to do? Oh, now we have to churn the ocean. Churn the ocean? How? How to churn the ocean? Oh, we have to bring Mandara Hill. How to bring Mandara Hill? Mount Mandar is in Ilavarta Varsha. From Ilavarta Varsha, how to bring it across into, the ocean of milk, which is so far away? No, we have to do, Lord Vishnu has said. So all the Devatas and the demons went together to the Mandara Hill. Great effort, all of them together lifted the Mandara Hill. They could together. And they were moving with great labor. The Devatas and the demons slowly moving the Mandara hill. They went some distance, and after that, the Mandar hill was so heavy, that the hill fell, and so many demons and devatas were crushed alive and died under the mountain. Some of them, half their bodies were squashed, some of them, their legs were crushed. Others who could manage to escape, they escaped from the side. Major disaster. And at that time, it is said, very kind Lord, I asked them, I wanted to do some Leela, why these people are making a mess? So many of them died. So the Lord appeared there immediately. It is said by His grace. It is said the Lord by His glance revived all those who had died. Both the Devatas and the Asuras. Whoever had died was revived immediately by the glance of the Lord. So much so that nobody even had a bruise on their body. Interesting. So they are all happy. Jai, Jai, Jai. The Lord has saved us. Huh? And then the Lord realized, inse na ho paega. These people are not going to be able to take the Mandar mountain all the way there. So the Lord said, okay, this part of it I will help you. So the Lord called Garuda, and with one hand it is said the Lord lifted the Mandara hill, put it on Garuda's back. So Garuda also, no problem, Lord, come, we will do delivery today of Mandar into the milk ocean. And then the Lord also sat, and the Lord, it is said, He held the top of the mountain so that the mountain doesn't fall off. And He told Garuda, come, let us fly. And Garuda flew with the Mandara hill. And went and placed the Mandara hill in the milk ocean. Very beautifully. And the Devatas are so happy. So just see, very interesting. The Lord could have done that earlier only, you may think, why He made them get crushed and this and that, did the Lord not know that they will not be able to manage it? So the simple answer is, the Lord wanted them to work hard to do their part. And when, despite their best efforts, they were unable to achieve their objective, the Lord came to their help. The Lord comes to the help. That's this famous English saying, right? The Lord helps those who help themselves. Which means we have to do our part. We cannot just sit and say, oh Lord, I'm your devotee. Can you please arrange some lunch for me? I am so hungry. The Lord expects, Are Baba, you have to work hard, make your effort. Wherever you are falling short, I will put my grace. Don't be lazy. Our job is not to make Krishna our servant. We want to be His servant. Out of His affection, whenever we fall short, and we will fall short in many things, especially in our spiritual endeavors, the Lord will always be kind. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. I will protect what you have and give you what you lack. This is the kindness of God. So throughout these pastimes, these are all the small nuances that we must learn. Why will this is important? Because we can learn in our own relationship and in our own approach to the Lord. We have to understand we cannot expect, if the Devatas have to deal with it like this, we cannot expect that the Lord will just bring everything to us on a platter. Oh Lord, please. And sometimes the Lord may do that just out of His affection. Sometimes to encourage us, the Lord gives. Just think about something. Oh, I wish I could get this, and just comes. Huh? Sometimes the Lord is in that mood. Okay, there are certain things where the Lord really wants the devotee to put his effort, and then he gives credit and glory also to the devotee. That is the Lord's greatness. So after the mountain was placed on the milk ocean, Garuda was there and the Lord was standing there on the shore of the milk ocean. And then the Lord wanted to call Vasuki, standing far away, wasn't coming close because he was supposed to be the rope, no? So why Vasuki wasn't coming close by? He wasn't coming close by because Garuda was there. Vasuki is snake. Garuda is eagle. And Garuda, after carrying Mandara hill, probably he was already hungry. It was probably already lunchtime. And Prabhupada very specifically mentions Garuda is not vegetarian. Eagles eat snakes. So he was very afraid if I come here, even before I can be used for churning, I will become lunch for Garuda. So snakes, the Nagas are very afraid of Garuda. So the Lord, understanding the situation, he had already engaged Garuda in the service. Now he wanted to engage Vasuki in the service. He knows Garuda and Vasuki don't get along. So he told Garuda, Garudaji, your seva is done. You're happy. So my suggestion is you can go back home, take some rest, have your lunch. You have some other things to do. You can. Thank you for your seva. And Garuda left. Whole idea was get Vasuki to the only after Garuda left, Vasuki had the confidence. Avaropya girim skandhat suparna patatam varaha yayau jalanta utsrujya harina sa sarjitaha. So the Lord is very, very intelligent. Sometimes when the Lord wants service from certain people, sometimes it so happens that there are two devotees who have very different natures. Both are devotees, but they cannot work together. That also happens. Sometimes the Lord does in such a way that, this person does this service, then another person does another service so that they don't come face to face and conflict with each other. This is the purpose I have heard from various senior devotees. So the Lord made all these arrangements. He is engaging various people. He is engaging the Devatas. He is engaging the demons. He is engaging Garuda. He is engaging Vasuki. The Lord could have done everything by himself, but the Lord is performing these beautiful pastimes so that everyone puts in their efforts and sweat to achieve something good for the welfare of all. So that Yogeshwar can do everything with a snap. He's performing these leelas, and by performing these leelas, he's giving all of us this opportunity to discuss these pastimes and get purified. So with this, we come to the end of this chapter of the truce between the Devatas and the demons. So we have concluded chapter 6, and we will continue the discussion the next class, chapter 7. Yeah, any questions? Yeah, Suresh Prabhu?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I was asking regarding the dates, right? Dates conflict regarding the Puri temple and ISKCON.
Oh, okay. Another topic. Okay, I'll take your question, but maybe let's see if there are any other questions on
Yeah, I have another two.
pastime. Okay, maybe we'll go to topic related, then I will address your question.
Yeah. Prabhuji, this all the Falashruti, right? It says that if you hear this conversation between the devotee and God, or we tell this to someone else, and one more thing, if we see the Jagannath Yatra, right? So the Falashruti is either we our devotions is guaranteed, or sometimes our sins are cleansed, right? So, uh, so is it like since we are blessed, we are able to hear this Falashruti? Because anybody else can just read, right? But he might not have that conviction, right, Prabhu? You got me right.
No, I didn't get the actual question. What is the question?
Okay, see, Falashruti.
Okay.
Oh, okay, non-devotees, let's take his reading, right? By chance, he read this and he came to the Falashruti, right? Falashruti says that if you hear this conversation, devotion service is guaranteed. But for us, a devotee, we are hearing from long time. That means for us, devotion was already guaranteed and we are hearing Falashruti. Is it like that? How to take that? You got me, Prabhu?
Where we are hearing for a long time because we have already heard this. So the way we have to understand this is that the Falashruti, the Fal is giving the potential reward, but to what extent that potential reward is received by us is also a function of hearing with proper faith and attention. That is why whenever hearing is mentioned, the Falashruti also, there are some adjectives put together with that hearing or reciting which qualify that hearing. So that is why devotees hearing and a non-devotees hearing, qualitative difference may be there. So that is why the fruit that is achieved very much depends on the quality with which that particular activity is done. And especially words like with devotion, with faith, with attention are often attached to that katha. Whoever hears with faith and devotion, like that it will say, will achieve this. So there is definitely phala, and whatever is that phala mentioned is the potential that that activity can, that hearing that particular pastime can give. What extent one gets depends on with what quality it is done. If it is done with the right quality, even if somebody doesn't know the phala, will still get the phala. It's not that you have to know the phala, get the phala. So somebody happens to come in a class, he hears the Samudra Manthan pastime, for example, or Gajendra Moksha pastime, and the speaker doesn't speak about the Falashruti. The Falashruti is, in one sense, you can say, an enticement to hear the katha, in one sense. See, we as devotees are not hearing the katha because there is a Falashruti given. Even if there was no Falashruti mentioned, we would have still heard.
Yes.
Correct? But there are others who come to the katha just because to get that phala. Correct? Especially material phala is there, then they are very attracted. That's why certain pujas and certain stotras are recited, because that phala is what they are interested in. But again, that phala will be achieved only to that extent that the person has executed that particular kriya with the proper uh, whatever is expected, with the right quality, with the right faith, with the right devotion. It is a function of that. So the result will also be a function of that. Also, it is to be understood that many of these places the phala is given, but it doesn't mean necessarily that the phala is necessarily immediately achieved. Understand? It's not that, Prabhu, it is 4 minutes past 10. I heard this pastime in my watch, I'm saying. Oh, now I have got prema, because the Falashruti said a person will achieve, prema. No. So it doesn't work like that. It takes us in the direction of the attainment of that goal. Just like I posted Yesterday or day before, Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj says very nicely, when we say that when we pull the Ratha, we go back home, back to Godhead. It doesn't mean simply you go to Puri and somebody just pulls. Huh? Now I'm going, nothing else I have to do.
Yeah, this is the main doubt I had, Prabhu, because
So that's what I'm
everybody will
addressing.
go and pull, right? Yeah.
No. So what is happening is that by engaging in the once one engages with devotion in the service of the Lord, one's journey back home, back to Godhead begins. One's journey back home, back to Godhead begins. And once one has started on the journey, one is guaranteed to go back. Sooner or later, depends on how focused he is in the process of devotion. So yes, anybody who pulls the, he has performed a significant devotional activity to the Lord. Now he has to continue it. His path back home, back to Godhead has begun. All of us here, our path back home, back to Godhead has begun. Because we have already consciously, not even accidentally, we are consciously engaging in activities of sadhana of pure devotional service. We may not be purified, but we are on the path. We have accepted shelter of spiritual master. We are engaging in sadhana. Means we are very close. So when we pull the rath, we are already very close back home, back to Godhead. We'll get closer because we pulled the rath. But still, that phala is not going to come immediately. Correct? Even if you plant a mango tree, it's not that you will get the mango immediately. You have to plant, water, the tree will come. In the right season, the fruits will come. Even after the mango comes, it is raw, it is small, it will become green. Then only slowly it will become orange or red. It will take its own time. So we have to understand it like that. Yes, in some extraordinary situations, the Lord may give the fall immediately. But generally, nowhere it says you will get instantly. It says this is what the fall is. So you can potentially get up to that if you perform it to the full perfection. Yeah, Amit, you wanted to say something?
Yes, Prabhuji, on this, so I just had another question while you were speaking about this. So when Maharaj says that, his guarantee is going home back to Godhead is guaranteed once he pulls the rath, and then you just explained how, his he comes to the path, and then, over maybe several years or several lifetimes, he will guaranteed go back home, back to Godhead. Now, every jiva has his own free will, his or her own free will, where they can, choose to uh, misuse the free will and squander the opportunity. So, when Maharaj says that his going home back to God is guaranteed, does that mean that the Lord protects the jiva even from misusing the free will?
No, it means that neha vikramanashosti pratyavayana vidyate. Swalpampi asya dharmasya tatham. Any little service done to the Lord is never destroyed. It is not like karma where if good karma is enjoyed, it becomes exhausted. Shine pune punye marte lokam vishanti. That doesn't happen for service. Even if a devotee who has performed service becomes deviated from the path for some time, his devotional credits are never lost. They will bring him slowly back to the path. It may take a slightly longer time. So even if the devotee misuses his free will, the Lord may not immediately uh, not allow him to misuse the free will, but the Lord will make suitable arrangements to bring him back, either through proper guidance or sometimes by again giving him a taste of what the material world is. And then the devotee will come running back. Oh, so that is why many devotees, even in our movement, did a lot of service, but then due to the force of Maya, got distracted, deviated. Later in the years, the Lord put them into such a situation of such huge challenge that they had no choice but to, get that realization and remember the Lord and surrender fully. And they remembered the Lord at the time of death and went back to God. So the Lord can do that, and the Lord will do that. The Lord never forgets even a little sincere service done to him. So anyone who has sincerely started the process of devotional service, That's what he said. Now, once a devotee says, "Oh Lord, I am yours," Tava asmi iti yachate. Tava asmi. Oh Lord, I am yours. Lord Ram says this. That's a very beautiful pastime in Ramayana. When Vibhishan comes to the Lord and surrenders, and so many of the others object. They say, "No, no, how you can accept? He must be a spy. He's brother of the enemy. How you can accept him?" He says, "What to speak of him? Anybody who comes to me, even once, he says sincerely, Tava asmi iti yachate. I am yours," he says once. I never ever leave giving him support. This is my pratidnya, Ramchandra says. This is my vow. The Lord says it is my vow, I will not leave him. Even if he leaves me, I will not leave him. I will watch over him and I will make sure he will come back. So that is the Lord's nature. Correct? For us, we are so different. No? Sometimes somebody comes, he's nice, we are nice, then we quarrel with them, then we say, I don't want to see your face, I don't want to. We go over and we never are bothered about them for the rest of our life. But the Lord is not like that. That's why the Lord's character is of such a high caliber. Such a high caliber. That's why the Bhagavatam says, Kamva dayalum sharanam vrajema. Else is there who's worthy of taking shelter. This is the quality of my boss. This Putana, who in a previous lifetime just had a little desire to feed milk. After that, she totally forgot about it and she became a vicious demoness and tried to kill Krishna. Krishna took away all her sinful desires by purifying her and just accepted her one good desire of wanting to serve the Lord like a mother. And he gave her the position of a nurse in the spiritual world. Who can be more merciful than this Lord? So that is the Lord's character. So we have to understand it in that spirit, that the Lord will make the arrangements. The Lord will not directly intervene by stopping the free will, but he'll create circumstances so that the devotee gets the right realization. Yeah, does it make sense, Prabhu?
Perfect, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Welcome. Yeah, Suraj, I'll come back to you. I'll address Vinod's question. Yeah, just remind me if I forget. Yeah, Vinod Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, just one question. Maybe I may sound very stupid, please forgive me if it is so. Between devotees and non-devotees, will there be a different scale of a measurement in terms of services, Prabhuji? The first question. And second question is, if yes, in that case, is expectation from the devotees is much higher than the non-devotees? Because we heard some stories like, Kannappa and all, who performed devotional services unknowingly just for overnight or maybe few days, but blessed by the God in such a great extent that that becomes like example set across in the world actually. I just wanted to understand how does it happens. If it is so, then probably we may need to step up every time to increase our devotional services also. May throw some light on that.
See, as just like even in material life, right? From a baby when we grow up, as we grow up from a baby to a child to a boy to an adult, as we're growing up, our capacity, our strength also increases, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So what is expected from a baby, the same thing we will not expect when the baby has become a 10-year-old boy. And we will not expect the same thing from a 24-year-old man. So similarly, what we expect from Hanuman and what we expect from the squirrel is different. Right? So Krishna also expects us that we will do the best of our capacity, whatever that capacity is. And that capacity is also measured by our level of spiritual advancement. So for a very, very new person, he somehow just comes in Kirtan, jumps 3 times and eats prasad and says, "Oh, prasad is so nice." Krishna will say, he's appreciated me so nicely. But if after 5 years of devotional service, Vinod Prabhu comes, jumps 3 times in the temple, immediately runs to take prasad and eats and runs away without doing anything else in the temple, the Lord will say, "Vinod bhag gaya." He's not going to clap for you. First day Krishna clapped, oh, Jai Ho, after so many lifetimes he has come. But the Lord's expectation from you after 5 years is going to change, no? Because you have grown up. So Krishna's expectation is we have to do according to our capacity. Doing lesser than our capacity means we are not really, it's not an expression of love. You understand, right? Love means we will do our best to serve the
Yes.
Lord, whatever is our. So Krishna is not so concerned about what we do. Krishna is concerned about we are doing our best. Krishna is equally happy with the squirrel and Hanuman. Both had equal devotion. But squirrel could only do squirrel seva. Correct? And Hanuman could do Hanuman seva, which is big, big mountains. So if devotion is equal, if the capacity is different, then if we do according to our individual capacity in Krishna's eyes, it is same. But if our capacity is great, but we want to do less for the Lord and do more for ourselves, then that's not something which Krishna will be very excited to see. So yes, so as we advance, Krishna will expect more, and it is natural. That's why we have to continuously be in a mood to improve. But we have to understand that as we grow, automatically it becomes easier for us to do the things which we have been doing for the last so many years. So what may seem now as so difficult, when you reach a higher level of consciousness, that may seem very easy to achieve. So when in my very initial years, when I came in contact with Prabhupada's books, very young, I was very, very young, a boy, 10 years, 11 years, and I was reading, oh, one must follow these 4 regulative principles, chant 16 round every day for the rest of the life. I said, I will never ever become like this. There's no question. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. But now it seems so easy. Does it seem challenging? So many of you are also doing it. For devotees who have been seriously practicing, following 4 regulative principles, chanting 16 rounds is already a part of their day-to-day life. It is not something that they have to feel, oh, today morning, oh, I've gotten up. Today also I have to follow 4 regulative principles. Today also I have to chant. They don't think like that. No? So as we grow spiritually, our spiritual strength increases, our capacity to do seva increases, the quality of our devotion increases. So don't be so concerned about your external ability. Externally, whatever we are capable, we have to do. Just like, a millionaire may give X amount of donation, and a middle class man may give 100 ringgit of donation. In Krishna's eyes, he will see that value based on the individual capacity. He is not going to simply compare the absolute amounts. But he will compare with what sincerity, what selflessness, with what humility and what service attitude each of that person has given. Yes, that Krishna will examine. So the quality of the heart is very important. So a non-devotee, if he accidentally performs devotional service, is getting sukruti. That sukruti will gradually give him the good fortune of having met a devotee. Sometimes it takes many encounters with such devotees to again gather so much sukruti to develop faith in bhakti. So the good fortune of the jiva comes when the sukrutis come to the point of actually developing faith in the goal and in the process. That is a substantial milestone in the jiva's journey, where he decides, I want to be a pure devotee. I want to go back home, back to God. So, which practically everyone who's in this class have already attained. We may not have attained perfection, but at least we have acknowledged what the right goal is. And we have acknowledged what is the path to that goal. That's a wonderful attainment after many, many lifetimes. So those who have come to that point, it's practically not possible to undo it. You cannot unsee what you have seen. So, and I'm going back to Suraj's question also, that you will continue. Whoever it is, once they start, they will continue. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So yes, we have to continually improve ourselves. Yes. Yeah, Suresh Prabhu, you have something else?
Prabhu, one small question before you address the other topic.
Yes.
Prabhu, see, when we tell Om Shanti, right, what is a general thought process of people, Prabhu? What should be the actual term we should tell? If
You're talking in the context when somebody passes away?
Yeah. So what is general people when they tell Om Shanti? Most of the people will not understand the spiritual path, right? So what are they exactly referring to?
What they are referring to, they will only know. They may not even know what they're referring to.
Yeah, that is what my doubt is, bro.
No. All we are saying is ultimately, the key point when somebody passes is that ultimate Shanti is achieved only when we take shelter of the transcendental platform, which is Om. Om is non-different from Krishna, which is the ultimate platform. And that is the platform of real peace. Until we attain that platform, and we are hoping and praying that this Jiva has attained that platform, until that platform is attained, there is no real peace. Ram Naam Satya hai. Birth and that will go on. That is asatya. But what is Satya? What is the ultimate truth? Ram Naam. So ultimately, we are reminding ourselves and others, because death of someone is an excellent opportunity to preach and remind the living entity that this is your destination also. You are today visiting somebody's funeral. One day you will be the focus of the funeral.
Yeah.
It's the truth for all of us, right? Correct?
Yes.
So, sadly, that is the reality. We all will be on the pyre one day.
Yep.
So, yes. So, our Om Shanti is attaining the lotus feet of Krishna for devotees. So, Om Shanti is a way that everyone can address, which is acceptable to everyone. We as Vaishnavas generally, prefer to say, attain the lotus feet of the Lord. We hope and pray that this devotee has found shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. But those who are not bhaktas may not have that concept or understanding. So Om Shanti Om is all encompassing in the sense that everybody is okay with Om because it is abstract. They can imagine that Om to be the supreme in whatever way or conception they have.
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. So should we go to your last question, which was first question?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So I'll just summarize in brief. So Prabhu was asking about there is some controversy with respect to the date of the Rath Yatra. So apparently, I mean, this is just for your information. This is coming out in the press also quite a bit. The Puri temple management, Jagannath Puri, as well as the king of Puri, Maharaj Gajapati, who's a descendant of right from Indradumna Maharaj and coming down through generations. So they are of the opinion, because ISKCON celebrates Rath Yatras also on the date of Rath Yatra, but also oftentimes not on the date of the Rath Yatra. So they don't like why we are violating tradition and why we are not doing on the same date, right? Because Prabhupada introduced the Rath Yatra initially in the West, and so to summarize the issue, that they feel that the tradition should be honored and we should do on the same date. So in ISKCON, the ISKCON's position is that yes, we would love to do it on the same date, but please understand we are doing it as a preaching activity. We are reaching out, we want to reach out, and Rath Yatra can come on any day, right? Mid of the week. This time it was on a Friday. So when we do it outside, and especially in the Western world, we have to be sensitive to make sure that most people, the common people, can attend. And that's why we have to do on a convenient date where we can attract maximum attention, right? Because our focus is mainly to connect people to Jagannath, make them fortunate. So they don't like that argument very much. Oh, you should not break tradition. That kind of a discussion is going on. So the current settlement is temples in India will all follow the traditional date. That is the understanding reached. But how to enforce this in foreign countries? They don't even have a tradition. They don't even know anything about Jagannath. If I go midweek, Wednesday on the streets pulling Ratha, everybody is going to be in their offices. What is the point? But they are still insisting. So, see, that is the difference between a person who understands the purpose behind activities and those who are simply niyamagraha. Prabhupada warns against this in the Nectar of Instruction. One should not do niyamagraha. Means simply follow rules for the purpose of following without understanding the real purpose behind it. So that discussion is still going on. Let's see where it ends. So our main motivation is to do all this to attract. See, actually, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, do we need even temples? All we need is the holy name. Bhagavatam, we can sit in one place and sit and chant. Why we need big temples? Big temples is so much headache. But we are doing this to attract people so they will come, see beautiful deities, come, make them educational centers, come there to have feast. Because if you simply tell people chant the holy name, give them beads, nobody is going to be interested. So big missions, even though they come with so much hassles and challenges, they are a necessary part of reaching out to the conditioned souls of this world in a broader way. So devotees out of love undergo that inconvenience. Of course, the risk also is that if devotees are themselves not pure, they may get also distracted and attached to these opulences and get into politics and other things. That's also a risk if we are not careful. But that is the purpose. So we understand. So an expert preacher and especially an acharya is empowered to adjust certain things because he perfectly understands the purpose behind various Vedic instructions. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Krishna himself. People were complaining, oh, this mantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is given in the Upanishads. Upanishads are only for the Brahmanas to recite. Why you are asking the common people to chant the holy names of the Lord? You are going against scriptures. So the Lord didn't want to create a disturbance in the society. So he said, okay, you don't chant the mantra, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. You chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then he told the Brahmana, see, they are not chanting that mantra, they are chanting this one. But actually, he achieved the same purpose because actually he just tricked them.
Yeah.
Correct? Because when you repeat the mantra, it doesn't matter what you start with. You are continuously repeating that mantra. So those who are experts, they know. So we are not empowered to do these kind of adjustments, but the Lord and His bona fide representatives can do these adjustments. So those who are smarta, those who are simply attached to rituals, those who do not have a higher pursuit, a higher understanding of the purpose behind various instructions, and don't have a higher spirit of reaching out and sharing the good fortune. They're too rigid about rules. Jagannath himself is so kind that he's coming out. Correct? He's coming outside his temple, give darshan, so that we can even touch him, embrace him. So, how, if the Lord can go to this extent, how much more we can go to in the name of His service? Of course, we must not do all these things whimsically. We must do it under the guidance of expert devotees. Otherwise, we'll commit offenses. But we have seen Phalena Parichiyate. Through these activities, thousands and thousands have become devotees all over the world. The holy name has spread all over the world. So we can see that the pure devotees formula is working.
Yeah.
Correct? Where we had known about Jagannath, where we knew about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. has become a household name. Hare Krishna, Jagannath has become a household name, not just in India, but across the world. I have not met any person who has never heard Hare Krishna. Says I have not met. I'm not saying there is nobody in the world, but I have not met. They may not know much about ISKCON, but they know there is Hare Krishna. That itself is a big achievement.
Yes.
And that is happening because of all these efforts. So let them sort it out. They are trying to make things difficult for ISKCON. They are saying if you don't, we will ban all ISKCON devotees from entering Jagannath temple. They are giving all kinds of threats. So there are senior devotees who are trying to sort out that issue. So material world is like this. There are more advanced devotees who understand. There are less advanced devotees who think they are very advanced and they understand and they fight with advanced devotees. That is there. It happens even within the society. It happens outside the society. It happens everywhere. Okay. Hari Hari. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Jagannath Swami ki jai. Let us seek their blessings. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Indulekha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hari Bol, Sapna ji,
Hare
Simi
Krishna,
ji,
Prabhu.
Sarvalakshmi Mataji. Hari Bol. Suraj, thank you. Finally, you made it, even though you are traveling. Bhaskar, Ananda Sundar Mataji. Mala Krishnan ji, thank you. Are you joining for the first time or is this the different name?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. It's the first time I'm joining.
Oh, really?
Thank you very much.
Who connected you to this class?
Indulekha Mataji.
Who?
Indulekha Mataji.
Oh, Indulekha Mataji. Oh, she's a great soul. Hari Hari. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hari Bol, Sudhir Sundar Prabhu, Dandavat, Sri Devi Mataji, Bhaskar, Amit, Priya, thank you so much. Hari Hari. Thank you, everyone. Nanda Devi Mataji also, I see. Hare Krishna. So I'll see you on next Saturday. We will continue our discussion on the chapter 7. Great.